Hey, how's it going? How's everybody doing? Just thought I'd do a quick video. This probably won't take very long. It's not a lot of detail in it, but just something that I guess you can call it a blooper, which created sort of a fan theory for me. And I'm probably not the first person to really look at it this way, but everybody kind of knows the Grease fan theory that Sandy actually died, and she's the whole movie is sort of like her death hallucination, and then at the end of the film when they're in the car explains why they're going up in the air, and that's her supposedly ascending into heaven. Again, it's only a theory, it's from a cute little fun movie, but I have another one that I keep doing this. I don't know why I'm doing this. Stop. But I have another one that's about Scarface, and that the bulk of the film after the second act is kind of the same thing. It's a bit of a, again, it's only a fan theory, but there is one error in the movie that derails the entire film, which kind of makes me kind of jokingly refer to it as a dream sequence, or sorry, yeah, a dream hallucination for Tony Montana through the entire movie. And if you watch the movie now, the scene, I guess it's the start of the second act where they're in the hotel room about to do the deal for Lopez, and it's Hector the Toad, and he comes in the room, and they have a little bit of a back and forth, and he watches his friend get executed, unfortunately. So this is where the dream sequence kind of comes in, and if you watch the film, Tony gets handcuffed, and he's got his hands over his head, and he's hanging from a pipe. It's not a shower rod. It's not some flimsy thing. It's an actual pipe. Now you see him. He does his thing, and now Hector's trying to start the saw, and right at that point, Manny shows up and he shoots through the window, the glass kind of plates, and he's like boom, 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 boom. And as soon as that happens, now this is where the entire film gets kind of derailed. And don't get me wrong, I love this movie. I think it's a fantastic movie. Um, Scarface. So I hope I mentioned the name of the movie when I started talking about it. But anyway, yes, Scarface. But so anyway, Manny shoots through the glass, and then next thing you see is you see Tony just fall down, and now he's in the bathtub or the shower or whatever he is, and he's not even wearing handcuffs at this point, if I remember correctly. And then we already know what happens. They have a gunfight, whatever. Hector the Toad, he goes through a window, lands outside. Tony chases him outside. Hey Manny, grab the yayo. Runs outside and then executes him in the street. Executes Hector in the street, and then they drive off, and the rest of the movie happens. Now, what I think happened in just a fantasy dream sequence is that he actually did get killed with the chainsaw, but when Manny shot through the glass, he didn't get killed entirely because the chainsaw will go right through you like nothing. It's a chainsaw, right? It's meant to cut through wood. It's going to go through a person like that. So I think he started to cut him, and it was a severe enough wound that it was lethal, but he didn't die right away. So a bunch of things happened. Whatever happened now from that point on is all in his head, which explains why he just magically falls away without anybody breaking the chain. The chain didn't get shot. The handcuffs never came off. And the rest of the scene, he's not wearing handcuffs anymore. And it's never explained how he fell off. You see him fall, but you never see how it happened. So the only way is unless somehow Hector hit the chains of the handcuff just right at the right spot and somehow broke the handcuffs off too. The whole thing couldn't have happened. Again, it's just a theory and it's just for fun, so don't take it personally. And again, I do love this film. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. But it explains where now he rises to power. He has this beautiful young trophy wife. He's got all this money. He's in such a short period of time. He's like the big guy on campus. Everyone's afraid of him. He's just unstoppable. And then as we get towards the end of the film, and spoiler alert, he dies. But I think you've already seen the movie, so. But at the end of the film is when he's finally dying. He's getting all he's all coked up and he's just shooting everybody, and that's just like the adrenaline just at the end of his life, his body fighting for him to stay alive. But eventually the wound that he got from the chainsaw was bad. It was so severe that he does eventually die. And then when he drops his gun and they're shooting him, that's him finally dying. And then when the guy comes up behind and shoots him in the back, that's when he actually died in the bathroom, still hung up, uh, chained to a pipe over his head. Now, again, it's just a theory. It's not meant to be taken seriously. It's for fun. And if you're wondering what the weird thing on my shirt is, it's a eraser head. Because I'm looking at myself and go, that looks weird, but I also don't have my glasses on. So everything looks weird. But, so, go watch the clip. You can see it on YouTube, and you'll see what I mean. Or just watch the movie. It's an excellent movie. Go watch it. Watch the movie. Don't even watch the clip. Just watch the movie. But no, seriously, just take 5 minutes right now, watch that scene, and you'll see what I mean. And then it's like, how did that slip by? And how does hardly anyone ever notice that? And the only reason I actually noticed, I was just looking up Scarface on IMDb, just randomly looking for bloopers and just other things, just out of the blue. And then this was about a year ago. I learned about this, and then I watched it. I was like, oh yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. But again, all movies have mistakes. All movies have oversights and things happen. I mean, they're movies. They're not perfect. But check it out and see what you think. That maybe the whole thing is a death hallucination. But again, I really love this movie. One of my favorites. And if you've never seen it, if you're a fan, if you've never seen the original Scarface, 1933. I don't have my glasses on. I think it's 1933. Boris Karloff, Paul Muni. Excellent film, excellent gangster film for the day. It had a lot of issues with the censors too, I believe, but and interesting too in this film, if you check it out, there's always an X when something's going to happen to somebody. So it was just kind of a subtle thing they threw in, but it's a good film. Check it out. And of course, the 1983, I think it came out. Oliver Stone and oh crap, what's his name? I'm losing my freaking mind right now. But I also did Carlito's Way, the guy, and I can't think of his name now. And he's very famous, and I actually really like his work, and for some reason his name just is not popping up. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you want to subscribe, I would really like that. Appreciate it a lot. But yeah, again, check out that scene, see what I mean, see what you think, comment below. Maybe I missed something, and then you could point it out and say, oh, that happened because of this, you know. But it's just for fun. It's just a theory. And I hope everybody stays safe. And I guess until the next one. Bye.